Alright, hello everybody. I am Alorian, as you can see from the name floating above my character here. And today we are going to do an in-depth uh, look at the duty officer system in the game Star Trek Online. A little bit of basic about it. This is a system that unlocks at level 11. Throughout the system, you gain duty officers. You use them to go on certain assignments, granting you specific rewards. Um, So to begin with, when this system first unlocks, it is at level 11, and we'll open this up so I can kind of show you what it says in here. This is the progression chart for the Federation side. It's slightly different, I believe, for the Klingon and Romulan sides, the progression, but the duty officer system is unlocked level 11 no matter which faction you're playing. Uh, at level 11, when this unlocks, you get your initial duty officer cadre. Now, if you've purchased duty officers before from some other means or got them from some other mission, they'll become available at this time to actually use for these missions as well. Okay, so that's the first way you get duty officers. You will also receive duty officers as you move up through the ranks. You receive them level 18, you get some 23, uh, 31, so on and so forth. Pretty much all the way up to, I believe, level 5. Let's see here. Level 45 is the last time it looks like you're awarded a duty officer. Nope, I'm sorry, 51. I was wrong. I'm just kind of reviewing this all for myself as well. So anyway, so what happens when you unlock the duty officer system? Well, this little icon on your heads-up display will switch from green to whatever color you have your display set to. When you click on it, it pulls up it will generally start with this screen, which is your duty officer slash R&D overview screen. This will show you your assignment summaries, how many slots you have open, that's how many missions you can run is your available slots, how many in progress, how many complete. Also shows a summary of your duty officers, what they're doing, where they're at, and your R&D summary. This video is not about R&D, so we'll save that for another time. So back to the duty officers. So you just unlocked this. You got your initial duty officers, and you're in here looking, and you're going, well, I want some more duty officers. So where do you get them? Well, as I previously stated, you get them um, from leveling. You also get them from certain events, certain missions, and the C-Store. You can purchase them in here, one of these packs. The last option that I know of is to go to the exchange and purchase them off of there. And they're varying qualities, varying prices for what you get. Um, Real quick, you have a certain roster size. It does increase as you go up in level. You can see mine is down here at the bottom. Probably can't read that. It says 161 of 175. So I can have a total of 175 total officers. And of those, I can have 10 of them be active officers, which we'll get to after we go over assignments. So this is my whole roster, minus anyone that's out on assignment right now. And you see it's a pretty long one. Alright, so let's close this back out. Now, as you can see, duty officers come in different colors. Standard white, green, blue, purple, really purple, and yellowish orange epic level. Obviously, those are rare, more expensive if you're going to buy them. Now, each duty officer you get comes with a special passive skill that will somehow enhance the performance of your ship, and you should always pay really close attention to those. But that goes on to the active roster, so we will, once again, we'll get to that in a moment after we go through assignments. So, assignments. Duty officers do assignments. Assignments require duty officers. Sometimes they require materials. They can require any sort of material. They can actually require energy credits. Um, Now, each assignment falls into one of the different categories of diplomatic, science, engineering, military, exploration, espionage, medical, colonial, trade, development, or recruitment. Uh, Depending on what you want to focus on first, is where you want to start kind of focusing in your assignment. So you can see here they are sorted. The available assignments are sorted by what they are. Does the same thing under your personal assignments. Now, current map assignments are, as it says up here at the top, they are assignments that are available to everyone present on the current map. You're not going to get these on missions. These are just in like sector spaces or space dock places like that. Personal are assignments that are available only to you. Sometimes they're offered by contacts, and they will appear here until they are started or until these reset timers go away. Okay, so let's look at starting an assignment. We will start with a science assignment. So you can see here where it's got a little thing at the top. Under the requirement, it's got this little thing right next to where it says requires. If you hover your mouse over that, it'll show you what you're missing. I'm missing a required duty officer. He is actually on an assignment right now. And then, obviously if it says that and this is red, you can hover over this, see which duty officer. So let's go with introduce research on agrobiological processes. So for this, I need a botanist and a science duty officer of any type. It's going to reward me with 112 skill points, 13 expertise, 75 science experience, dilithium ore 5, and 20 energy credits. So let's go ahead and hit plan, and then it brings up the detailed view. The detailed view shows you everything. It shows you recommended duty officers, it shows you the description of the assignment, it shows you your rewards, and then it's also going to show you your outcomes and casualty risk. Outcomes are what's your chance of succeeding at this. This is influenced by a couple different factors, the main one being the duty officers you use. The duty officers you use will make these slider bars here, right here, go up or down depending on what you use. And let's show you an example of that. So let's use this guy. Now see, this all changed. So we'll switch it back over real quick. Okay, as you can see right now, it's at 1%, 24%, 59%, 16%. But if I put the original person back in here, it goes to 4% for a disaster, which aren't that bad right now because for this mission there are no casualty risk. Disaster is any mission that has a casualty risk. If it's a disaster, it will injure one or both or all of the participants in that duty officer assignment. So you see, she actually improves my chances of a success. So, also, when you're on the screen, if you hover over to the side, where it has this nifty eye, it will show you the rewards for a success and then the rewards for a critical success, which as you can see are slightly better than double what you would get. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and begin the assignment. Now when you're playing this, one other thing is you want to look at this area right here. It's going to show you what contributes to a critical success or a success and what contributes to a disaster. This will make these bars move, and sometimes it can be a pretty drastic shift. Excuse me, I cannot speak in this video apparently. So, go ahead and begin the assignment. Now, it told me the assignment was going to take 2 hours on the little bottom of the screen right next to where it said begin. What I can do is I can go under in progress, and I can see all the assignments that I currently have going. This is the one I just started. And I can even go back into the detail screen, see who's on it, see what the chances of success are, so on and so forth. Now, one other section where you can get missions is under your department heads. You assign bridge officers to be department heads, and they will provide you with more assignments. So, apparently, I am missing some items from all of these assignments, but that happens. But as you can see, these assignments provide experience, dilithium, energy credits, just certain little things that it will provide. Now, a lot of these items that you need for this, aside from the duty officers themselves, you can generally replicate. There's a few rare assignments that you can't replicate, but for the most part, like this one, I could go and replicate the industrial energy cells. And you have a replicator button right here, pops it up. Scroll down till you find industrial energy cells. It told me over there I needed 5 of them, so I'm going to do that. Well, okay, I made 51, but hey, I had some money to spend. It's alright. Got to go back under engineering, and here it is. Now I can do it. So we'll go ahead and plan that, and everything looks good there. So let's go ahead and begin that assignment. And once again, it'll show up under my in progress now. When you've completed a mission, the game will tell you. It will make your icon blink green. That's what this means right here. And that's when you go into your completed tab and, oh look, completed mission. So I'll collect my rewards for those. You do so by simply clicking that collect rewards button. If it's a failure, it'll tell you it's a failure. You acknowledge the report. It clears out of the queue. You can go back and look and see what missions you've done recently and see what you got for them. You can go and view the details and see who participated in them. This is a good example of a failure mission. You don't get rewards when you fail a mission, so here it tells me, okay, well, hey, you failed. And then I had a disaster, which is where I got a little fun mission for sickbay. Now here's your sickbay. This is going to show you anything that's injured. It'll show you who it is, what they are. And then down here it'll tell you is in sickbay, time to complete 13 hours, 48 minutes, or whatever the time is. For me it's 13:48. It runs as an assignment, so it takes up one of your assignment slots. And eventually that'll count down. He'll go back into where he goes. Okay, so that's the basics of assignments. Overview real quick. One other thing to point out is on this side you have your commendation bar. This shows the different categories of assignments, and it shows where you are in them, such as I am a diplomat rank 4. So I have all of these abilities that come with doing so, and each set gives you different abilities as you complete the different tiers. So work hard, and I mean, you eventually get some pretty cool stuff, to include better duty officers. That's another way to get duty officers to complete in ranks. It will open up a store that lets you go into that store and buy duty officers, or you visit Lieutenant Farah at Starfleet Academy. He's in the very back building. You actually see him during the tutorial. You talk to him again, he's got a duty officer store. So, now let's look at the roster. I told you we'd get to active space and active ground in a minute. This is where those skills that I was saying duty officers have come from. You can see I have all of my active slots filled over here. These are my qualifying duty officers. These are duty officers that could be in that place. And each duty officer has a skill. So I just switched one out. What this does is this one reduces time to recharge torpedoes. Well, I've already got one of those on here, so we'll change it back over. And it's skills like that. You have space skills, and then you have your ground skills. Ground skills are these guys, and it's things as on use of medical tricorder, vascular regenerator, chance to increase your maximum hit points, or chance to beam down an additional security escort when using my security team skill that as a tactical officer I get. Some of these, like those, are based off of bridge officer or captain abilities. If it doesn't fit with you, don't use it. Try to find things that go towards your play style, so that you receive the maximum benefit from using the duty officer system. One of the cool things about best parts of the duty officer system is these bonuses can be a huge help when doing missions, especially at lower levels. Um, so that's the roster and the active. Uh, that's the assignments. So why use the duty officer system? Well, it's simple, really. One, you get benefits from completing these ranks. Two, it can help you level quickly. You start keeping your duty officers running pretty much all the time, and you'll watch this experience bar just climb, 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 climb. I completed the last level, which was a lot of experience, well over, you know, probably well over 100. I'd say probably 300,000 for the last level, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that, and if I am, I'm sure somebody will correct me in a comment. Uh, but I completed that level in about 2 days using duty officer assignments. Uh, One other thing about assignments, you will get special assignments from places like lockboxes. You can buy them off the exchange. You can pick them up in some missions. Do those because they grant great rewards and really cool little bonuses. Some of the newer ones grant huge amounts of experience, which is always helpful, especially at lower levels. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of duty officers. If anybody thinks of anything that I've missed or they'd like me to go back and explain, leave it in the comments and I will put up another video explaining that. Or, if you got a suggestion for how to improve it, please let me know. Anyway, hope y'all have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, year, whatever it is where you are. And we'll see you in space.